You're watching Endridfps.
Who is talking?
We're all kind of broke.
Can you jump in?
What the fuck, Felix? What is that?
What's that?
So I think a lot about things like why certain countries and cultures are good at CSGO while others are not, and I think I figured out the reason why. It's not exactly the same as the GHR and the fat guy principle. This is something a little bit different that I call the H-Tugger, or the hot to ugly girl ratio, or HUR for short.
Oh my god.
It really has to do with the amount of the country's hot girls versus ugly girls. And my theory is that the higher the ratio is, the better their respective countries seem to do. Now look at Sweden with Fnatic and Nip, hot girls. Russia and Ukraine with Navi, hot girls. Polish with Virtus Pro, hot girls. France and Titan with Endridfps, well, if you can get over their hairy armpits, hot girls. You see, in a country with an overabundance of hot girls, you don't really have to distinguish yourself from other guys in order to get a nice lady. You don't even have to really work out so much. And let's face it, all of us guys want to have a hot girlfriend and still be able to play video games all day. In some countries you can, and in some you just can't. So the countries with more dudes playing games all day, obviously the better overall they're going to be at esports. And conversely, when you look at countries that don't have very good CSGO teams, you find out that they don't have very good HURs or hot to ugly girl ratios. In some countries with struggling esports teams like the US, you have this. And in countries like UK, you have this. Now I'm not saying that, for example, to all American women that you're ugly. I'm just saying that compared to many other countries, most of you are. I know some of you people out there are saying, you sound very insensitive, you're treating women as objects, and, I get where you're coming from, but honestly, I don't really care. And take a look at other esports like StarCraft. They're mostly from Korea, and just take a look at Korea. There's hardly any fat girls there at all, and they're Asian. What else do I need to say? You can nerd out at the internet cafe all day and still pick up a solid 7. Because if you ask me, a Korean 7 is like an American 10. And an American 7 is like a Swedish 4. Sweden is the best in the world when it comes to women. I mean, look at Fiflaren. Yes, I know he's a guy, but just imagine, with a small flip of a chromosome, he could have been Fiflarina. I feel bad for my fellow Americans who have to work really hard to distinguish themselves to get a hot girl. Not only does this overall hurt quality of life, it hurts the CSGO scene too. If Freak and Garrus didn't have to work out so much to get hot girls, they'd have more time to play CSGO. People like Hiko have really sacrificed the finer things in life to get where they are. I have no doubt that Thorin actually doesn't even really like esports. He just works really hard at it because he wants to get away from all the women with the bad teeth and the pasty white skin. One of the best rising teams is Luminosity. The Brazilian women are absolutely legendary. These guys in America would have to settle for a 5 or 6 if they're growing up here. But in Brazil, they could score a US 9 no problem. Especially Fallen, and not just because he looks like a 45-year-old bowler. The US is desperate for a good team here, so Luminosity, you're welcome here. Just please, bring some of your women too.
What are we? You think they have a scout mid? I doubt it, dude. They're pussies. Let's go mid. They have a scout mid, dude.